Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. And today I'm really excited to be making a video for you guys. It's been a while. I haven't made any skin lightening videos, so I'm excited to make this video for you guys and discuss. So let's get right into it. I had a lot of questions on my previous videos, my skin lightening videos, and finally I'm getting back to some of these questions. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. Please drop it down below and I will try to get to it. But I'm gonna go back to answer some of these questions that I keep getting asked, and they're great questions, so I understand why. So let's get into some questions, and then also I have some tips for you guys because I realize, being on a skin lightening journey is kind of, it can be very new to some people. And I know that when I first started out, I didn't know what I was doing, and therefore I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I'm hoping some of these tips that I'm gonna give you today will be really helpful for you. And yeah, let's get right into this video. So one of the questions I got was, how did I prepare my body for glutathione? So as you know, glutathione is the master antioxidant, and it like flushes out toxins and stuff. And when I first started using glutathione was years and years and years ago. It was my very first time, and I didn't really know much about it, but I noticed that when I started taking it, I did have some purging of the skin. And what purging is when the toxins start to come out of your body. Sometimes it can look like a little bit of, I don't want to say, well, kind of like acne and stuff like that. So, what I noticed is the purging is a lot less if you are a healthy eater. I was not a very healthy eater back then. I ate anything and everything I was craving. Now I don't eat like that anymore, so thank goodness. But so I did have some purging because of that. And so what I would say to prepare your body for glutathione is try to have a really healthy diet. And healthy diet can be so many different things for so many different people. For example, my healthy diet is protein. I eat lots of protein. I stay away from carbs. Carbs have never done good for my body. So I'm mostly a protein and vegetable girly. So just find a very healthy diet for yourself. I do hear that having too much fish can be something that can affect your glutathione journey. Also smoking cigarettes and alcohol. And you guys, I want to touch on alcohol a little bit because I did notice that anytime I would drink a little bit, my skin would completely revert and would look terrible. I am somebody that had melasma, and I would notice that my melasma would be so much more worse when I would drink alcohol, especially when I was taking glutathione. So just be really mindful of that. I'm not telling you not to drink alcohol, but I would say that it will benefit you lots if you're not drinking alcohol while you are on a glutathione or skin lightening journey in general. I got this question a lot, so I'm finally answering it. So the question was, how did my family feel about my skin lightening? Also coworkers. So it's really kind of interesting. I think that because it happens in stages, and so I'm talking about coworkers first, and then I'll talk about my family after. So with coworkers or acquaintances, I don't think they really noticed that well. A lot of the coworkers I do have were either white or they were Hispanic. And so I remember one day I was like in the office and I pulled out my ID from like years ago, and I was like really dark skinned in this ID. And then I showed them an ID from, what I'm looking like now. And one of the coworkers, it was a guy, he was like, your skin color is completely different. And I just looked at him and I didn't say anything. And I was like, yeah, I just used to be outside a lot, so my skin got darker, I would tan. He's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. So it wasn't really like much of a conversation. It really truly to some people is like tanning and then not tanning. Like that's really, like that's how a lot of people view it. So I didn't really get questions. I do know that people would make weird comments like, oh, what's your skincare regimen? like, I guess kind of like, you know, insinuating that my skin does look different, but nothing crazy, nothing crazy at all. Those are kind of the most recent things that I remember. I don't remember much more than that. So yeah, let's get into my family. So, I know that my mom was not very happy. And this is because obviously, you know, we're all dark skinned in my family. My dad was dark skinned, my mom was dark skinned. And so me wanting to change my skin tone was not something she was very happy about. And I remember like, and this was in my younger years, this is when I first started like lightening my skin, and like you could see like a progressive change. When my skin, so the years that my skin really started to change, I was using a product I think a lot of you guys know. It's called Extreme Glow. I don't like that product anymore because back then I actually got a lot of stretch marks using that product. But my mom, she found my stash and she threw everything in the garbage. So she was not very happy about it. I know that even now, like my brothers, you know, I have 3 older brothers. They do, you know, make comments about it. Nobody's happy about it. Let's just put it that way. I have a twin. Obviously, I've talked about her many times. Beautiful girl. Love my twin to death. So basically, she also wasn't happy about it. So, you know, it's something that people have just come to accept. I know that sometimes when I'm going outside or with my family, a lot of people think that I'm not related to my family because I have such a different look than my whole family. Like I don't look like my siblings at all. So yeah, I think it's been tricky, I think, but you know, I think people have just come to accept that this is me now. So yeah. I also got a question about how does my son feel? Obviously, he knows mommy from, you know, when he was born, and I was much darker at that time too because I did not use any skin lightening products at all during my pregnancy. I was just really like gung-ho about just like keeping my body extremely pure. Like I was even eating extremely healthy. So, I think he just knows me as mommy. Like he doesn't, like that's not even like a thought in his brain. Like he doesn't think about my skin color. He just sees me. You know, kids are more, they just know their mom. You know, they know their mom's scent. They know the way the mom behaves. And so he never really questioned anything. Cause you know, I also got my eye color changed as well. And you know, he just sees me and he's just happy to see me. He's like, hey, that's my mom. Like, so I've never really noticed any changes in the way that my son would behave. So yeah. I also get this question a lot. How to lighten the scalp? It's a unique question. I've not really ever thought about it because I think that, so if you don't know, glutathione, it lightens your skin from within. And so it does lighten at random, but I feel like because of that, it's something that just goes into the places that you need it to lighten. So my scalp is not dark. I don't really know what else to say about that. If anybody has any input, maybe on how to lighten the scalp, my scalp gets lightened because I take glutathione. That's what I believe. So if anybody has any other input they would like to add to that, please do, because I get this question asked a lot. So yeah. How do I lighten my back? I get this question all the time. So I don't really struggle with lightening my back. I don't need help with that. I don't know if it's because I'm a flexible person. I can get right back there perfectly fine. But yeah, so I don't struggle with lightening my back. That's never been an issue for me. I get the question a lot. How long did it take for my skin tone to change? So I'm gonna give you an estimate from when I had my son, because that is a time that I was not lightening my skin, and then I started all over again and I got back onto a regimen that worked for me. So from that time, using permanent skincare, I would say to get to where I wanted to be, it was like 8 months. So mind you, I'm going to show you what my skin tone used to look like right after having my son and what it is now. So that was like an 8-month journey, okay? And then ever since I have been, I won't even say maintaining. I think I have gotten a lot lighter actually. So within like 12 months, I was much, much, much lighter. So yeah. So I also had some questions about facial gear that I wear in the car. I talk about not having a lot of sun exposure if you do want to lighten your skin, as the sun exposure is just going to be the way that your skin gets darker. Like, let me just give you an example. Like, if you ever noticed in places that are very, very hot, there's a lot of sun exposure, people there tend to be darker. Okay. And in places that doesn't have a lot of sun, like, I don't know, Alaska, people tend to be lighter over there. Okay. So that's because there's not much UVs just like hitting the skin. Okay. So if you live in a state that is very sunny, like I do, and even if you don't, because like sometimes you just still want to not expose your skin to the sun. Obviously wear your SPF, very, very important. That is like hands down super important, but I take it like an extra measure, okay? An extra measure. Number one, I try to avoid the sun as much as possible. The only reason why I can't avoid it as much as I want to is because I have to take my son to school every morning. That's an hour drive to his school in the sun, and then an hour drive back when he's done from school. Here is the facial gear that I wear in the car. It's a lot, so yeah. So first off, I have this hat. I really love this hat because it guards your face from the sides as well as from the front. Okay, so that's the number one thing. I always make sure to put on this hat. I know it looks crazy. I don't care. Okay, I always put on my sunglasses, okay, to protect the eye area. So sunglasses. And then I have this. So I changed to this. I used to use this one, but this one is just so, there's just no room. You just feel stuffy. So this, I love this mask. I just wrap it right around my ears like this. And I wear it like that. Because you can put this on back here and just put it around your neck, but I don't like to, you know, I just like to leave it like this. It gives me a lot of room to breathe and everything like that. So love that. And then last but not least, I have these driving gloves because you guys, if you suffer from your hands being darker, I feel like I look crazy. Just make sure you're wearing these driving gloves so that you don't have to worry about your hands darkening or your knuckles darkening or any of that. That's like number one. Yeah, I guard myself completely. This is it, okay? This is the facial gear, okay? I'll have everything linked down below. Minus the sunglasses, because I bought these from the store, so. But the sun hat, everything else, I'll have it linked. And yeah, you can check it out. But I definitely do that every single day whenever I go out without, you know, a miss, because I just love maintaining the skin tone that I have. Like, it's just, I love it. I just love it. So I don't want to get darker by any means. I love my skin complexion right now. So yeah, that's why I do that. So you guys, I know I talk about getting into my skin regimen, showing you guys what I'm using. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a really long video. Just give me some time. But I do want to talk about some tips because I think that tips are important. Number one tip I want to talk about. This is Retin-A and this is retinol, okay? So a long time ago, I remember when I first started lightening my skin, I had a subscriber write me, and we were just talking. We were, you know, she's a skin lightener too. I'm a skin lightener, so we were just talking, and she was giving me tips. And one tip that I will never forget is she said, because I don't know if I should say the brand she was using Skin Tram. She said that she was starting to get a little bit of stretch marks because some skin lightening products can thin the skin. It's just known, okay? And so she said in order to not get that, she would mix, or not mix, but she would put retin-A on her skin before she would apply the product, which would thicken the skin. And she said she never got a stretch mark. And even the ones that were coming started to disappear. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing that too. So I started doing that. And so I don't know what it is, but retin-A has always been really, really rough on my skin. So I love a retinol, and this one has been amazing. So I've been basically using this because I got stretch marks after having my son, and so I've been using it on those, and this has completely diminished it. It's crazy. I'm gonna have this linked. Love this. So if you're somebody that, you know, can't handle a retin-A, you can try this instead. I do use this every once in a while, but sometimes I get like my skin just can't handle it. So yeah, I just love that hack because I feel like a lot of people who are lightening their skin, they have this issue. So I just think that was something really cool to know. Yeah. I get this question a lot. Which products can I use from the line that you use? I can't afford everything, and that's totally understandable. I want to say that obviously skincare is a regimen. So kind of like try your best to have a whole regimen. And that's why I say everything works hand in hand. But I will tell you which products will definitely make you very, very light. So these are the ones. So this Even Tone Cream, the new one, the new and improved version, I've been using it on my face and my skin looks incredible, okay? It's a very light cream, which I like, but it gets the job done, okay? This one gets the job donesies, and I love it. Honestly, it's been making my hands look amazing. It's been making everything on my face look gorgeous. I had like a burn mark on my face because sometimes I curl my hair and I get burn marks on my face. Made it go extremely fast. I think within a week it was gone. So that was amazeballs. Evanescence, okay. Very amazing cream. I use this cream on my body. I just like the way it makes my skin look and the color that it changes my skin to. I use it on my body and my face. I don't know why I say I just use it on my body. I use it on my body and my face. And so that works amazingly too, okay? And then last but not least, everybody knows the Pigmenting Whitening Complex XXL is amazing. So I use this on my face, my neck, and my chest, and love this product. Could not live without this product. So these are the three that I really, really love, okay? A lot of people ask me about pro mixing and if they can mix all their products together. I don't advise doing that. Only reason why is because a lot of dermatologists will tell you that as soon as you open up the packaging and you pour it and mix it into something else, it will lose some of its efficiency. So my best advice is to learn how to, you need to learn how to layer your product properly. And there's a way to do that, obviously, because a lot of skincare should be layered properly. But also it can be, if you don't layer it properly, it could be heavy on the skin, it can clog your pores, stuff like that. So obviously I'll get into this in my regimen video that I hopefully will make soon for you guys. Hopefully. But I just really wanted to get back to you guys and some of these questions, and hopefully I got all of the questions. I think I did. But if I didn't, you can go ahead and ask them down below and I will try to get to it as soon as I can. And yeah, you guys, last but not least, I do want to add that I do use this product. I am obsessed with Medicube products. This is their product. Love this product. They make really high quality devices. So I use these every night. I'm very serious about my skincare, you guys. And I think that one thing is I'm gonna do the things that are gonna work, and that's what it is. But I use these two. So I use this first. It has red light and it has all these different lights that you can use. And what I do is I put my skincare on, and then after I put my skincare on, I use this, and then I use this, because this pushes the skincare even deeper and make sure that your skincare is more effective. So love these Medicube devices. When I get into my regimen video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I use these, so you'll know everything. And yeah, so you guys, that's the end of this video today. I hope that it was very informative, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.